Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, B-Funk. Out in my lab, I do what I do for you, rocking my old school Inichi sweatsuit, bringing it back. Let's do. I got something nice for you today. You see the hat? The symbolism, you should be paying attention. When I got this on, I'm teaching, not preaching. Let's rock. I got a nice lesson for you today. Let's go. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in the story for life. I give life lessons. You tune in to receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's rock. Right thinking mission, that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinker's way of life, and that's what it is. Through mental and spiritual discipline, practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. You see where we're going with this? Let's get there together. So I ask you the question: do you know you? You will when I'm through. It's rhetorical, but if you don't have an answer, stay tuned. Tune in. I can help you with that. That's what I do for you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not, foolish, disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not. They're simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. That's what I do for you. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. And to my yacht, be true. Ooh, 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 ooh. Let's go back to creation. If the all-encompassing God had a face, this is what it would look like, okay? You see, he have all the attributes. You see the scarab body, you see the staff, you see his wings. He got wings going to bed, okay? He got his ears, he got the horns with the two discs on top. He got everything working. That's all aspects of the God. He got the two plumes working. He got the two Uranus on top. He got every aspect covered. That's God. Now, underneath that, you see the three divisions of him. He was one, he became three. That's Amun with the ram's head. That's Ra with the sun disc over his head. And that's Ptah in the physical form as us. You went from hidden, which is Amun, the spirit. Then we went to the seen, which is Ra. And we went to Ptah, which is the physical man. I'm going to break it down for you because this is what creation is all about from a concept of the Anuian theology. I'm not dealing with people from another planet, splicing Stay that story for somebody who don't know no better. Fine, but I know better. So let's stick with what I know. This is what I know, okay? We all have decisions to make about what we want to follow and believe, and that's the whole purpose. They got theirs. I have mine. They made their decision. I make mine. Right thinkers, you can make your own decision. I don't do the Anunnaki theory, the Mesopotamian theologically philosophical concepts of moving on. I ain't going there. I see it. Don't entertain it. Okay. For my students who ask me about it, I'll tell you. I knew. Okay. We got them right here. Sorry. But I know what I'm doing. I just showed you God. We call it all-encompassing. His name is Nebertja. Neberdjer is spelled. Nebertja, and the origins of the Trinity of creation. That's God multiplying himself into three and setting up situations for those who follow him in each aspect of him. And to know all three is to know thyself. Let's go. So let's talk about, I just showed you the picture of Nebertja. Nebertja means everything is Amun, Ra, Ptah, 3 and 1. The master number is 3. Trinity, always, for a reason. Let's go. You need 3, okay? Did that lesson, I ain't going there right now. Let's talk about this concept of Amun, Ra, Ptah, three gods, in one that's celebrating in Thebes, Wasep, and Anu. They all had a philosophy, and they all worked. I ain't going there. I ain't talking about that. Let's talk. Now, I just showed you a picture with the three of them. That's Amun, Ra, and Ptah. Let's talk about it and get the philosophical breakdown. Hopefully, I can give it to you where you can understand it the way I do. Let's go. Ancient Egyptian mythology centered around the creation of the universe out of the primeval ocean. We use the water as a metaphor. I've been telling you that the whole time. So when you hear the primeval ocean, that's the noon. And this ocean was formless, like it still is today, homogeneous, meaning male and female. It ain't no one sex, okay? So from this original essence, the Supreme Being arose in the form of an all-encompassing Supreme Being known as, I showed you the picture of Nebercha. That means all-encompassing. As my dude would say, Tahuti, booted and suited. He ready for anything. When the police or the army, anybody, when you go to do battle, you suit up. He's showing you he's suited and booted. That's the concept, all right? So he's all-encompassing existence. That means every part of existence he's familiar with. He knows all. He sees all. He is the all. How about that? So get that understanding. So God is the title that everybody given, but they broke it down so you can understand him as a person. They humanized God so you can study him and be like him. How about that? Makes sound a little better. All right, let's see where we at. Now, from the original essence arose God, all-encompassing supreme, the virtue, all existent. They called him Pa, meaning existent. Netter God. So God exists. Hello. The Supreme Being. The virtue is an androgynous. That means male and female. And formless being. It's not a person. It's a spirit. However, if it was a person, he wouldn't need the human body. And when the body ceased, it wouldn't have to leave. Why? Because that's the host that need to be here in the human form. I'm tired of getting that lesson. Moving on. This is the next lesson up. We want to move up. I can stop going backwards. So you got Nebercha and received many symbolic names again and forms. What? Throughout the vast ancient Egyptian history. Nebercha, also known as Pa-Neter, or the God, the absolute, and distinguishing the supreme divinity from what? The netters, all under him. He's the one. Everything else emanates from him. And the gods and goddesses alike. Now, which symbolizes what? We know it as cosmic powers, nature, through which the Supreme Being manifests were associated with the supreme divinity. This includes what? Both male and female forms. Again, androgynous means just that. Moving on. Thus, the ancient Egyptian gods, not the Nebercha, the emanations from God, they become gods. Male, you got Asar, Amun, and who were what? Male. I'm going to give you their female counterpart. That's the next page. I got that for you too. And they told you, the whole point is, the only singular God is the all-encompassing God. Everything after that became in pairs. I'll show you that. Even him, when he broke himself down, Amun had a mate. Ra got a mate. Ptah got a mate. Okay? So, only one who don't have a mate is Nebercha. Why? He don't need one. He's his own mate. Moving on. Hope you get the concept. All right. So, we also known as, the God Amun and Ra was also known as Nebercha, meaning the one God becoming who they are. The ancient Egyptians used the cow goddess, Mehert, was also known as Nebercha from the female aspect. I gave you the network. They only had one. They had her and Net, but we have three. Amun, Ra, Ptah. They got Mehert and Net, all right? But all the men have mates. The women don't. Think about it, okay? We need them. In essence, they don't need us. They can sit on the throne. Queen can sit by herself. They just love Queen. They don't need a king. A king can't sit on the throne without a queen. Did y'all know that? Egotistic males learn something, understand something. Nature put it for a reason, and he don't make mistakes. We do. That's man. Moving on. If you follow him, you don't make mistakes. Why? You're doing what you're told. Following orders. And the source of creation, from the nurture, the source of creation, now in order to engender, ding, 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 here's where it starts right here. Nature was engendered in creation. The nurture transformed what? Into a trinity. Now we get it. I'm teaching now, okay? And Amun, Ra, Ptah. Conscious, subconscious, and conscious. How do you want to break it? I done broke it down many ways, but I keep doing it for you. I continue to do it. But this signifies that what? That from self-existence, singular, the one, everything comes from the one. I don't care what religion you practice. Still the one. Moving on. And watch this. He was singular and he was formless. My nose itching. I got to do something for my face. But we called it the noon. Everything's possible from the noon. Why? It's got all the potential to be any and everything and whatever it wants to be. That's when physical nature came into existence. Watch this. From the primeval ocean, what happens? The phenomenal universe, consisting of objects, stars, planets, with forms and that have been given names, Saturn, Pluto, Mercury, all that good stuff, the 7 planets. Okay, for what? Our study. You study something for what? To learn. You learn something for what? To implement and to use. That's education system is in place for it to do just that. We knew that a long time ago. So we will use what? The words from the supreme divinity, supreme being, Parnetta, the virtue, God, divine self, and the self interchangeably and to refer to the same one spirit, one self. Sorry about that. Excuse me. When you understand that the divine self, we're going to use all these names, it still means the same person. Allah, Jehovah, Ishkabibble, all the same God. That's my point. And he says this, I know I will be known by a bunch of mysterious and myriad names. Don't worry about that. When you have your own connection, you can call God whatever you want. I'll call him Duda, personally. Okay. But the whole idea of the teachings of within the virtue, which is Amun Ra Ptah, is a profound study of mystical philosophy. Not a belief. I'm not trying to say you believe in some superstition. I'm giving you a philosophy, a concept that you can actually manifest with reasoning, logic, and understanding and better yourself. That's what they did as a people. Not just a few people here, a couple over there. No, everybody did the same thing. Know themselves and studied and educated themselves. Egyptian civilization was one of the only few civilizations that what? Didn't suffer through literacy. Illiterate. They was all literate. When you take away our knowledge, our belief, and what we do, we become dumb and stupid now. So now they label us as, oh, they didn't do nothing, they never do nothing. We wouldn't be where we are without Egyptians' knowledge, okay? And they were the last. They wasn't that first. They wasn't even the best. How about that? I understand and know that. Why? They just were the last. Why? Because they documented everything in stone. Because before them, everything was on papyrus and everything was done verbal. Hard to prove verbal. Folklore. We understand it, but when you can put it in stone, put it in writing, it's there for prosperity. I'm using it to this day. That's the point. Moving on. I want to make that clear. I don't teach religion. I don't teach a belief system. I teach a philosophy. Moving on. Way of life. You can live this. Religion too, but this is what I prefer to do. Moving on. I'm trying to help you too. So when the teaching of virtue, Amun Ra is a profound study. Why? Because it pertains to the origins and the destiny of human life. We knew there was a what? Afterlife. Because what? The spirit don't die. We had knowledge of that. Sorry. I think I'm talking. All right, let's get back to the lesson. I'm sorry. But now, watch this. Those same guys we just talked about, Amun Ra, Ptah, this is their female counterparts. We know them as Moot, the great mother. You don't hear much of Ra, but she represents Aminta. That's the hidden place where you go when the spirit goes. She represents that. So she's Ra R-A-I, right, or R-A-T. The female versions always end in T's. And you got Ptah with Setmet. You see, she got the lion head, okay? She go back. See her? See them? These are all symbols. And once you understand the symbol, you read a lot more than what the words can tell you. That's what the measuring that it is. Writing from God. Y'all think the Bible is writing for God. The Bible is writing for man. Sorry. Again, let's get back. Now, it involves a study, and you have to study. Why? To learn who you are. We wasn't born with knowledge of self. Had to be acquired. So that's why you have teachers. I'm one of them. All right. And the study of the very makeup, what? Of human heart consciousness. This thing has a brain of its own. They knew that. And guess what? Man just found out in 1990, about 30 years ago, and he still ain't gotten into the damn mainstream. Oh, the heart got a brain? I didn't know that. That's why I do what I do for you. Now you know. All right. But the heart conscious and the way towards what? Realizing, again, the greatness goal of human existence. I'm practicing for greatness. What? To know my damn self. That's considered to be great. Haru-er, the one greatness who have mastered himself in the physical form on earth. So when the physical body dies, he's going straight to his father. That's us, metaphorically, excuse me. And y'all love it with the Christ. I ain't no problem with that. That's us. I ain't got no, but I know that. Y'all don't know this. I do. And I live this. Do y'all live Christ? And those who do, I got nothing but respect. Moving on. So that's what I'm saying. What I do, I got to respect other people for what they do. Once you respect me, I need to respect you. That's a two-way street. I got a problem with that. And watch this. Thus, now to believe, there you go, the ancient Egyptian mythology and the mystical religion is what? Is merely a fictitious yarn about some mythical characters is to entirely miss the most important life teachings about the purpose of human life and of the supreme goal of human existence, to know thyself, aka to obtain spiritual enlightenment. And that's the discovery of what? The nature of God. Ptah Trinity takes you to what? The hidden God, where he's hidden in you. Sorry, I'm a little agitated this morning. Now let's talk about the couples. I just showed you the picture, the Great Trinity. This is called the Great Trinity because these are all God and goddesses in their own rights. Not by themselves. Okay? Paired up. Let's go. And opposite. If you do something good and your mate do something good, y'all come together, y'all can make something good. But if you do something good and they do something same, y'all ain't gonna make nothing. You can't produce nothing. Opposites is how you produce something else. It's called offspring. Male, female, generate offspring. Now, I just showed you the Great Trinity of the ancient Egyptian, including what? Both male and female principles. Let's break over that right quick. Amun represents hidden. Aminet represents seen. Okay? Or Aminet and Mut, which we call what? The Great Mother. She represented by the vulture. When you see them with the vulture cap, okay, they're showing Mut respect, okay, because the vulture said to be the female that when her kids can't eat, she can't get hard, she'd cut off her own leg. She'd gnaw off her own leg, chew it up, and give it to them. Boy, that's tough, okay, but that's what they represented. When you see them with the vulture hat, that's why they represent the vulture. They respected the vulture. It can take carrion, take dead, rotted meat, get it, chew it up, and give it to their kids for nourishment. They're some bad girls. That's the vulture. And they used every gift of the animal to show you they knew that gift of the animal. And symbolically, you're supposed to be like that. And now in the second one, you got Ra and Rai, spelled with the R-A-I. Ra, sun, seen. She's hidden behind the scene. But she's also female with the cow horns. And she got the Uraeus. She got all the gear, all the goddesses, but you don't hear about her again. Moving on. So the idea everybody had to make. Then you got Ptah, my dude, standing there with all the gear, the staff, and the skull cap, okay? He was rocking the skull cap a long time. Okay, so yeah. Now, you learned the families, the three families. The ancient Egyptian religion developed over a period of, okay, excuse me, and I told you Sekhmet. Now, she's the lioness. She represents the female version of Ra. She's his eye. She's his daughter. When she come down, she do work. That was her job too. You didn't want to mess with her. Okay. She represents woman scorn. You don't want to mess with her. Okay. So that's the family. Now, ancient Egyptian religion, they called it religion because they lived it. It was done. Religion means to practice something daily. Okay, routine. So if it's Christian, Muslim, Jew, you just practice the tenets of your religion. I ain't got a problem with that. Okay? I just ain't religious. Religion developed over a period of tens of thousands of years. It didn't just start. That's my point. And each segment of the fourfold system is mystical philosophy, the Bircha, one, Amun, hidden, Ra, visible, Ptah, in the flesh. So that's the fourfold that they just said. Now, in ancient Egyptian Theban religion, as it is known today, originates in the ancient Egyptian city of Anu. Anu means the first place in the first time. Anunnaki. We ain't dealing with that, but we dealing with the Anuian. See? We in there. Supreme divinities, which were known as what? Therefore, in that area, Ra. In Memphite, it was Amun. In Waset, you had Ptah. So everybody had their own area. We did that already, okay? But now let me wrap this up because I see the clock. No, I'm going to stop right there. But the three gods, and you got the religion that was Theban, it was known today, originated in the Egyptian. Anu, known to the ancient. I'm so tired of everything that we do, known to the ancient Greeks, Heliopolis. No, it should be known what the hell we told you it was. I'm getting annoyed with that. Everything we got to deal, got to go back because the Greeks said this. And they called it Heliopolis, or what? The city of the sun. Again, the preceding symbol of the supreme divinity was known there as Ra. Okay, that's the sun. That's the sun disk. Everything they did was based on the sun disk. Okay, and Ra rocked it. Okay, now you see Ra with the sun disk in Uranus, but you also see Sekhmet with the same concept. This is Ra headgear. He the only one you're gonna see with this. But guess what? You see hers, but hers ain't colored in. Okay, and everything is symbolic. You guys got to pay attention. I just try to break stuff down so you can start seeing and start recognizing symbolism that's everywhere. Okay, I learned that when I was a Mason. All right, so that's the lesson. I see the clock running. Let you go, and I'll be right back because I got some more for you. So in closing, right thinkers, may you all live to be 100, me 100 minus a day. So I never know that my right thinkers have passed away. I got to go hit the gym, but I'll be back.